Hello friends, welcome to English का ज्ञान चिंतन के साथ and today we are going to discuss a new topic of IELTS Task 2 and we are going to discuss all the points and apart from discussing all the points, like I am also going to share each and every line or what I can say the entire content for this particular essay, including introduction paragraph, body paragraph number 1, body paragraph number 2, and the final would be conclusion. So please watch the video till the end to get all that information and to get all paragraphs written by me for this particular topic. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start discussing the statement which is given to us. If I talk about the sentence itself, first of all, then the sentence is something like this. Some people think that school should involve students in school management. Do you agree or disagree with this idea? Give reasons for your answer. So friends, as we can see from the statement, the type of the essay is agree disagree kind of essay. And as I said earlier, whenever you have agree disagree kind of essay, try to be diplomatic because it will allow you to think about two different things. And whenever you have two options to think about, there will be a possibility to have more points. And with more points, the essay, the the repetition of content in your essay will be less. Okay, so just keep that particular thing in your mind. Okay, come to the statement again. So first of all, for this particular essay we need to write introduction, and in introduction we need to write some general statement relevant to the keyword of the statement, and then it comes to the thesis statement. Friends, thesis statement in introduction is must. Okay, but for writing introduction there are two activities are required. The first thing is finding the keyword. Okay, so let's start keyword hunting for this particular statement. Here, according to me, management in this particular statement is can be considered as a keyword, and we can write few general statements relevant to management skills and how they can become helpful for students' life in future. Those things can be described in two or three or maximum 3 or 4 sentences in your introduction, and then we can go for thesis statement. What kind of general statement you can write about management skills and how they are relevant with the student's life, that you will see in a slide in a minute, in the paragraph, in the introduction paragraph that I am going to share with you guys. Okay, so before seeing that particular slide, let's go for the thesis statement. Thesis statement, if I talk about the basic definition of thesis statement, then it is nothing but the statement which is going to tell your examiner that this particular student is going to write about this thing in this particular essay. Okay, so for this particular statement, let's discuss thesis statement. Okay friends, now here we are saying in the statement that some people think students should be involved in school management, and there is another set of people who thinks they should not be involved in school management. Now what is your view on this particular idea? That would be your thesis statement. It means, do you think students should be involved or do you think they should not be involved? Okay, according to me, in this situation, as I have said earlier, try to be diplomatic. It means try to tell examiner through your thesis statement that according to you, students should be involved also because there are some advantages, and students should not be involved in excessive manner or in larger amount for larger amount of time also because there are certain disadvantages also. So that is what, this is what your diplomatic stand view or diplomatic point of view about the topic, and the same, and that is what your thesis statement. So if I reframe my that particular idea of, or if I reframe my diplomatic idea, that particular diplomatic idea in a correct way, then my thesis statement would become something like this. Though involving students in school management produces, yields means produces plethora of merits, It means when students will be involved in school management, there are so many advantages for the students. That is one case. But in my opinion, okay, there are also, in my opinion, it also brings some negatives which should be dealt meticulously. It means, in my opinion, there are also certain disadvantages also of this particular idea or of this particular concept which should be handled properly by school authorities. It means, through my thesis statement, I am saying that there are advantages of involving students in school management, and there are also disadvantages of involving students in school management that I am going to discuss in my further essay. Okay, so basically, if I talk about the two body paragraphs of this essay, in body paragraph number 1, we are going to discuss advantages of involving students in school management, and in body paragraph number 2, we are going to discuss disadvantages of involving students in school management. So first of all, let's discuss body paragraph number 1. If I talk about the advantages of involving students in school management, then the first point would be decreased workload of school authorities. See, friends, when more number of people will be involved in one kind of activity, then the workload of that activity will be reduced. Here, if I talk about involving students in school management, it means number of resources doing that management will be high or will be increased, and indirectly the workload of school authorities will be reduced for doing that particular activity, and the spare time and that particular saving time school authorities can utilize for doing certain other activities for comprehensive growth of their school. So that is the first advantage of involving students in school management, and that's why some people think that schools should involve students in school management. Okay, that is the advantage from the perspective of school authorities. Now, what are the advantages from the perspective of students when they are being involved in school management? The first thing is, it will improve when the students will be involved in school management. They have to take certain decisions for certain activities, for certain things, and for once they start doing those things, their decision making skills will be improved. They need to communicate with more number of people for arranging certain kind of things, and in that way their communication skills will also be improved. So these are two another advantages from the perspective of students, and just because of that reason, some people think that students should be involved in school management. Okay, now if I talk about the third advantage, apart from communication skill, apart from decision making skills, some indirectly leadership skills of students will also be improved, because managing things is like cannot be done by a single person, right? The group of students will be involved in management or school management, and in that way someone has to lead from the front for those kind of activities, and in that way indirectly leadership quality will also be developed in students, and this kind of quality will definitely produce some fruitful results for students in their further life. So this is also one of the advantages due to which some people think that school should involve students in school management. Okay, now what is the next advantage? The next advantage is that, see, by being involved in school management, their decision making skills will be improved. That means students decision making skills will be improved, communication skills will be improved. They will also it will also become helpful for improving their leadership qualities also. And just because of all this reason, they will become more assertive, they will become more confident, they will become more audacious. Audacious means risk taking, right? So this kind of positive changes or positive traits or positive qualities will be developed in their self, and this kind of things will definitely will become helpful for their further life. right? So this is also one advantage due to which some people think that students should be involved in school management. Here, friends, I would like to say that if you are new to my channel, then I have already created one playlist in which I have discussed so many English vocabulary, 100 vocabularies I have already discussed, and all those videos you can see over there. Here is the complete playlist in which I have discussed all the words with meaning and with sentences. So if you really want to learn those words, and if you really want to use those words into your like either IELTS speaking or IELTS writing, you can go through those videos. You can understand those video words and try to use those words in your task 2, task 1, speaking anywhere, wherever you find them correct. Okay. Okay, so let's back to the last point of advantage paragraph, or what I would say is the body paragraph number 1, that once students will be involved in school management, there is also a possibility that sometimes when students are not involved in school management, there is a lack of communication between uh, students and school authorities or school administration. Now, if students will be part of school management, then there will be a better channel between the staff, school staff, and the students. And just because of that reason, there will be a good camaraderie or good friendship kind of environment will be generated between the school administration and students. And it is a kind of win-win situation for both. So this is also one advantage due to which some people think that school should involve students in school management. Okay, friends. So I think all these 5 points are understood by you. And now let's see, like by using this particular 5 points, how we can write body paragraph number 1. Okay, friends. Now in second paragraph of body paragraph number 2, we are going to discuss disadvantages of involving students in school management, because we have given our diplomatic view in our thesis statement. So let's discuss body paragraph number 2. The first disadvantage, according to me, uh, is like when students will be involved in school management in excessive manner. It means when students are going to spend more time in school management rather than focusing on their academic activities, their academic performance can be affected. It may possible that students who are involved in school management for doing so many activities, it may possible that they cannot focus on their study properly, and just because of that reason their results will get decreased. As a result of that, point number 2 would be their stress level will be increased. As a result of increasing stress level, like there will be a behavior changes in students' attitude, in students' life, or what I can say, there will be a behavior changes can be observed in students. So that is also disadvantage. The first disadvantage is that their academic performance will be decreased. The second disadvantage would be the stress level will be increased, and owing to that increased stress levels, there are behavior changes in students, which are not good for them. So these are the two disadvantages, just because of which some people think, or according to me, student should not be involved in school management above certain limit, right? Now let's go and discuss disadvantage number 3. Now when certain students will be involved in school management, some extra privileges will be given to those kind of students, and it may possible that with extra privileges students can produce some rebellious, or this kind of extra privileges can produce rebellious attitude in students against the administration of the school. It means they will not support, or they can oppose school administration in some kind of decisions. And again, that is not good from the perspective of school environment, and that is the disadvantages of involving students in school management. And just because of this reason, certain people or certain set of people believe that students should not be involved in school management above certain limit. I hope you understand point number one, point number three, and point number three for the disadvantages paragraph. Now let's discuss the last point in this body paragraph number two, and that is when certain students are part of school management, when they are given certain privileges, it may possible that they can bully other students with their extra rights in the school premises. And once they start doing those kind of bullying kind of activities to another students, it can hamper the prestige of schools, right? And this is what the disadvantage from the perspective of school, that their reputation of school will be hampered, will be harmed, because in market the image of school will be deteriorated or will be hampered or will be harmed. It means eventually less number of students will be like the admission process, the number of students who are admitted to the students may get reduced because their prestige, their reputation can be hampered if students who are involved in school management start doing bullying kind of things. So this is what the disadvantages of involving students in school management. I hope friends you understand whatever the points that I have discussed. Now let's see how by using these particular points we can write body paragraph number 2. Now it's time to discuss conclusion. As I said earlier, and as I said in my all videos discussing IELTS Task 2, whenever you need to write your conclusion, always try to ask who can do something and what can be done for that particular given topic. Here, who means school authorities can do something and what can be done. That school authorities should involve students in school management, but they should think some ideas, or they should plan certain activities in a such a way so that to some extent students can be also involved in school management also. And by making proper plans, their academic or whatever disadvantages that we have discussed in body paragraph number 2, they can also save students from those disadvantages also. So that is what the general idea of the conclusion. It means the answer of who would be school authorities, and they should plan out certain things in a such a way, okay, so that students will get less disadvantages and more advantages of this involvement in school management. So that is what the conclusion idea. And if I reframe that particular idea in a proper way, then my conclusion will become something like this. To conclude, although students accumulate enormous positivity through their contribution in school management, accumulate means get. It means if although they are getting so many positivity by being involved in school management, authorities of education institutes should take rigorous steps to mitigate snacks of the same. It means although there are so many advantages, but school authorities should make sure that by involving them in school management, they should not uh, that should not be that much it cannot become that much disadvantageous for them. So they should prepare certain activities in a certain way. So that is what your conclusion for this particular statement. I hope friends you like this explanation for this particular topic, and if you really like this particular this kind of explanation, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more content, and I will try my best to give you more and more genuine content for IELTS examination, for increasing your English vocabulary, and so and so and so. And now it's time to see the entire essay in one by one slide. So let's start doing the same. And thank you so much for watching my video.